Good morning, everybody. Good morning, morning, good morning. We'll give it a couple minutes to just let people join in on the meditation here this morning. So it's 9:58 right now. We'll start 10, maybe 10:01. Depends on if there's some kind of looks like there's some people flowing in or not. So thank you for joining, and I look forward to meditating with you in just a couple minutes. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I think we'll give it about one more minute, and because I kind of gave short notice on this, it wasn't a scheduled meditation, but I wanted to get my meditation in, and I love when people join me. So whoever can join me, the more the merrier. And but the recording will be here later on. So also, if you enjoy the meditation, please subscribe to my channel or consider subscribing. And I just want to continue to build an audience and share my meditation with more people. So it's to me, it's a good meditation. It helps to empty me out personally, and I'm enjoying it. So hopefully you will as well. We'll give it one more minute. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and get going, and whoever wants to join in can join in at any time. So thank you for joining this morning, and we're going to start off with a guided meditation. We'll move into more of a silent meditation after that. You're welcome to stay as long or as little as you would like. I'll probably go for the full hour personally, so you can stay with me for the full hour if you would like. And so just first of all, if you haven't done so already, just find yourself a nice, comfortable spot. And actually, let me turn my fan off because it's just a little too noisy. Okay, I don't think I needed my fan on. It's not that warm upstairs here yet, but give it a little bit, and I'm sure it will be. So yeah, just get yourself comfortable in a chair, couch, bed, floor, whatever works best for you. Main thing is being comfortable and in a place where you can hopefully continue to watch your thoughts and watch your breath. Okay. So just closing your eyes, taking in a nice deep breath. And just let go of any stress that you have, any burdens, any worries. And essentially, what we're talking about when we say let go of stress, burdens, worries, concerns and worries are always of the future. We don't know how things will play out. And certainly, if there's ever a time of getting our mind busy trying to figure out what's going to happen, worrying about what's going to happen, but none of it's productive at all. Worry does no good whatsoever. And life will present what life needs to present to each of us as part of our awakening. So just let go of all your worries. And if something, usually the mind makes it much worse than it is, first of all. But if something does happen that our mind would judge as bad, know, first of all, that everything is in divine order. It all happens for a reason. And so the more we can have trust and faith in life, or if you want to say God, whatever works best for you, but to trust that life is always giving us exactly what we need and exactly when we need it. And the more we can let go of our worries and just have trust and faith that life will bring us what we need, there is a beautiful freedom that happens with that. And to, if you can imagine, just letting go of all your worries, not questioning what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, but just let it all go. And certainly worry is one of those things that gets the mind very, very busy. And meditation is helping us to empty out so that we can experience more of the peace and the stillness beyond the worry, beyond the stress. And also just letting go of anything from the past. Just letting go of the past. The past is done, it's gone. Some people feel that they need to beat themselves up because of in their mind, the so-called horrific things that they have done. And from a mental perspective, I'm fairly certain that all people would have many, many things to say that, wow, I really did that horribly. I really did wrong, or whatever it is. But this is about moving beyond the mind, moving beyond the fears and judgments and blame that are all from the mind, so that we can transcend that and step into this place of emptiness and peace that is with us right now in this very moment. You don't have to believe one single thing that I say, but I do invite you to explore with it. So when I invite you to let go of something, if you can, if you want to, let go of it. And even if you don't believe me, just explore with it, try it on, see if it fits. And if you don't like how it feels, just simply pick it back up after the meditation is over. But everything I share with you are things that have impacted my life in a way that has moved me to greater peace, joy, love, truth. And all of those things are here for us right now in this very present moment. They have always been here, and they will always be here because it's who we are. And we can empty out. We can empty out and we can empty out. But the one thing that we can never get rid of or empty out is the truth of who we are. And the truth of who we are is the one that is watching it all, the one that is aware of it all. And we'll get into that a little bit more in a little bit. But right now, I invite you to let go of all control of this meditation, and even control of life. The mind tries to convince us that it knows best. And it has all these preconceived notions of how life is supposed to be and what we need to be happy or successful. But I assure you, success in the mind's eye is much different than success in connecting and aligning with our authentic self. Our, our authentic self is at peace, in joy, rooted in love, and is beyond the fears and judgments of the mind. I have found personally that the more I have let go of control and again trust and have faith that life is always bringing me what it needs to, there's such peace and freedom about all of that. And that's not something we have to do or earn. You don't have to climb to the top of a mountain or go to the Himalayas or find a guru or do something spectacular. No, it is the core essence, the core truth of who you are. It has always been you. It will always be you. And this is not about earning anything. And your mind might have a lot to say about that. But just notice those thoughts. And I invite you just to let all of those go. Just let them go. And again, if you don't believe me, let them go and just pick them up after the meditation, or at least suspend them and set them to the side for this meditation. I also invite you to let go of any stories or self-images of who your mind thinks you are. We have all these beliefs about who we think we are. And it's all these stories and all these beliefs that limit us and block us from experiencing the truth of who we are, which is beyond any judgments about who we are or any preconceived notions of who we are or any thoughts or beliefs about who we are supposed to be, meaning that we're supposed to be loving and kind and compassionate. And although these are wonderful, loving things, there are also times where it's appropriate to know that we have experienced something that brings up frustration or anger, and we might not feel compassionate in that moment. But we block ourselves from being authentic and block ourselves from just being present with whatever feeling presents itself. And this is not about making any of our feelings bad or wrong in any way. It's about acknowledging them, but also becoming aware of them, just watching them, so that it doesn't draw us into the stress and the suffering of life. Because there's no situation in and of itself that is bad or wrong, but only our thoughts and beliefs that it is bad or wrong. Once you begin to embrace all of life and you don't fight life, then you can experience the peace in any single moment. We can make stories up in our mind, and it will, about the virus, about racial injustice, about climate change, whatever stories that you have going on in your head, the mind will have all kinds of reasons to tell you that the world has gone crazy and nuts. And from a mental perspective, who could argue that? But Rumi once wrote, "There is a field that is beyond right and wrong. I will meet you there." This mystic poet was referring to moving beyond right or wrong, good or bad, moving beyond the judgments of the mind. Because if you come from the mental perspective, you will never, ever fully experience peace or the truth of who you are. Because the mind judges. That's just simply what it does. And there's nothing bad or wrong about that in and of itself. But if we allow the mind to be our God and we are its slave, then we will never experience the peace and truth of who we are. This meditation is about moving beyond those judgments so that we can connect with a deeper truth. Not only a deeper truth, but connect with the truth of who we are, that is intimately connected and aligned with life, with God, with the universe. The teacher, the author, Eckhart Tolle, once said, sometimes we have to empty out who we are not to discover who we are. That is what this meditation is about. Becoming so empty of the mind that there is only the stillness that is left, where you can connect with, be still and know that I am God. But we have about 60,000 to 120,000 thoughts per day. And unless we become conscious and aware of those thoughts, and we're not pulled into the drama by believing all of those thoughts, then we will continue to experience suffering and stress. But who are you? Are you your thoughts? Because if you are your thoughts, then who is it that is aware of the thoughts? Who is it that's aware of your body? Who is it that's aware of your physical mind? Who is it that is aware of your experiences, your five senses? Who is it that's aware of your sight, your sounds, the tastes, the feelings, the touch, all of it? You are the one that is aware of it all. You are the one that is beyond form, beyond shape, which means that you are beyond your body, beyond your physical mind, beyond anything physical. You are empty and spacious. You are space. You are a formless truth that is eternal. If you are trapped into form, then you cannot connect with the full truth of who you are. So that's why I bring your awareness. Bring your awareness to all the physicality around you. And just notice it. Not with your eyes closed, but just notice it. You can notice my voice or the sounds around you. You can notice again your physical body. You are just simply watching the movie of life. You are not a character in the movie, which sometimes we get caught into thinking that we're one of the characters and we're pulled into the drama of the movie. I'm inviting you to just take a step back and just observe the movie. Just be aware of it. Just watch it. And you don't need to judge it to make it bad or wrong, because it's just a movie. The only way the thoughts become bad or wrong is if we believe them to be true. But if we can just simply be aware of them, not try to make them bad or wrong, or try to get rid of them, or analyze them, or still even trying to correct your thinking. A lot of people say, oh, I shouldn't be thinking that. It doesn't matter what you're thinking if you can just simply allow the thought to pass on by and not give it any power whatsoever. When you become aware that you are not your thoughts, that is the beginning of awakening. You realize that you are not the thoughts or what you believe, what your mind believes about the thoughts, but you are simply the one that is aware of the thoughts. And in that awareness, the mind can say whatever the mind wants to say. It can say, this person is horrible, I hate them. Can you simply notice that thought and just let it pass on by? I'm a bad person, I'm horrible, I'm mean, I shouldn't have done that. Can you notice those thoughts and simply allow them to just pass on by? Don't try to get rid of them. Don't try to fight them. Don't try to make them bad or wrong. Don't try to analyze it. It's just simply like a gentle breeze. Just allow it to pass on by gently, effortlessly, without trying or doing. And you may have experiences in this meditation where your mind tells you this is boring, or I don't know how to meditate, or I don't know how to still my mind. These are all thoughts. These are all thoughts. And when these thoughts present themselves, again, you don't need to make them bad or wrong, but as soon as you are aware of the thought, just simply allow it to easily and effortlessly pass on by. As soon as, if you do try to analyze them or figure them out, or even try to correct the thinking, you empower the thought as if it is real in the first place. If you are your thoughts come and go, then that would mean that you would have to come and go. It would also mean if you were your body, your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, all of these things change. They all change. They all fade away, which means that you would not be eternal and that you would fade away as well. But you are eternal. You are the awareness that is eternal, the one that can watch all of it, watch all of life effortlessly, without trying, and with ease. I also invite you to let go of your holding on to anything. There's absolutely nothing that you need to hold on to. We think Our mind thinks and has convinced us that we need to hold on to our home, we need to hold on to our job, hold on to our money, hold on to our loved ones, our relationships. I'm inviting you to just let them all go, set them free. And in so doing, you get to experience the freedom of not clinging, not being attached to anything, and experiencing the beauty and the freedom behind that. You are this beauty, you are this freedom. And the more you let go of these things that you're holding on to, even life itself, letting that go, then you begin to realize that not only are that you are life, but you begin to realize that life is in perfect harmony and flow with everything that you need. It provides every single thing that you need. Now, the mind might push back against you on this some. It might say, I don't want this experience. This isn't what I am asking for. This isn't what I like. It might have all kinds of stories. But these very things that the mind judges and tries to get rid of, these are the very things that are here to awaken us. It's these things that we judge and we push up against that are helping us to let go of these attachments and beliefs and illusions that block us from experiencing the truth of who we are. So I'm inviting you to let go of holding on to anything. And again, you don't have to believe me with this. But if you don't want to let it go, I invite you to at least suspend it. Suspend this need to hold on to anything and just set it to the side for this meditation, where we completely empty out it all. Empty out everything. Because there's only one thing you cannot empty out, and that's who you are. You can never get rid of the truth of who you are. It is you. So we're going to begin to segue into the silent part of the meditation. And there will be thoughts that present themselves. As I had said, you don't need to follow the thoughts along or analyze them or correct your thinking or believe them in any way. As soon as you become aware of the thought, simply allow the thought to pass on by easily, effortlessly. Again, just like a gentle breeze passing by. And as soon as you are aware of it, just come back to being aware of your breath. Your breath, being aware of your breath, brings you back to the present moment. How and why? Because there's nothing to judge about the breath. There's nothing bad or wrong on it. So it helps us to be in a place of just pure beingness, pure awareness, because there's nothing to judge. And it also requires nothing of us. There's no trying, there's no effort, there's no doingness required. And that's the same thing I invite you to with this meditation. There's no effort required, there's no trying, there's no doing. You don't need to do energy healing work while you're doing this meditation. You don't need to use your imagination. There's nothing to think about or put any effort forth whatsoever. We are completely emptying our minds out of all the busyness and all the craziness that's there, at least for this meditation. And if you want to continue on from there, of course. Life is a meditation. Even with your eyes open, the more you can become aware of your thoughts rather than them guiding you unconsciously in the background, the more you can become aware of them and just let them gently and effortlessly pass on by. Then you begin to connect with and experience the freedom of being present in the moment, fully present in the moment, knowing that each present moment has everything you need to experience peace and joy and happiness. And you don't have to wait for that to come. There's nothing else that needs to happen or that you need to do to experience this peace and truth of who you are right now in this present moment and in every present moment. So as the thoughts come in, just simply be aware of them, let them gently pass on by, and come back to being aware of your breath. And just keeping your attention, your presence, your awareness on your breath. And when you stray from that, as soon as you become aware of it, just simply and gently come back to being aware of the breath once again. And if your mind has drifted, just come back to being aware of your breath. And again, if your mind has drifted, just coming back to watching the breath, being aware of the breath. And again, coming back to being aware of your breath, staying mindful and present and aware. And coming back to being aware of the breath again. And coming back to being aware of your breath once again. And beginning to come back into your body. Take a nice deep breath in. Letting go, and you may want to wiggle your fingers, your toes, just stretch your body, move your body a little bit. And taking your time, and whenever you're ready, opening your eyes. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate that. If you enjoyed the meditation, you're invited to subscribe to my channel. I want to continue to build that. And right now I have meditations on Facebook Live Monday, Friday, and Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. But I'm going to expand those, I think, to YouTube and Facebook. And then Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock, that is on Zoom and Facebook as well. So you're welcome to join any of those. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.